My name is Evelyn Buyken. I am teaching artistic research, and right now I am leading the Rapp Lab project here at the Hochschule for Music and Dance Cologne. And I will now guide you some minutes through the aims and objectives Rapp Lab is about. So what is Rapp Lab? Rapp stands for Reflection-Based Artistic Professional Practice. And the project will be taken forward through a series of multinational encounters described as labs. Rapp Lab is a 3-year EU-funded research project in the program Strategic Partnerships. And our project brings together the expertise of 7 institutions, the conservatories in Oslo, Tallinn, Rome, Vienna and Cologne, as well as the Orpheus Instituut in Ghent and the AEC. What is Rapp Lab's core? The center of Rapp Lab are the students in higher music education institutions, from undergraduate level to postdoc work, but more concrete. Rapp Lab is about processes of critical reflection evolved through artistic research, and how these practices enhance and empower students to find their own cultural role in future life. Rapp Lab's aim is to develop new settings and models of teaching which take into account the strong relationship between critical reflection, artistic research, and creating new employment opportunities for students. But let's look closer to these 3 main areas popping up. How are they related? Rapp Lab's approach is that through methods of artistic research, the awareness of strengths, weaknesses, preferences, or interdisciplinary competencies of music students can be promoted. And that through artistic research, the self-reflective approach to one's own artistic practice becomes a core competence. And that artistic modes such as intuition or spontaneous impulses can be regarded as knowledge-based, as capable of development and therefore also as teachable. And these 3 steps of research will be considered as both as new forms of knowledge production and artistic development. So Rapp Lab directly flows back to the student's artistic outcome. And these 3 steps are also considered as possibilities of professionalization. Rapp Lab empowers students in becoming reflective artists. Let's come back to self-reflexivity and critical thinking, which seem to be the central keywords for the project. Reflexivity or self-reflexivity, this means the bending back to what is already there, what is already inside you, and understanding this knowledge anew. For example, through a new experimental artistic setting, or through a really good question, and going back to the own practice with this new question in mind. And out of this bending back, the energy or the competence and the courage to behave differently arises. And Rapp Lab wants exactly this moment of reflection in action. Structures for self-learning instead of model teaching. This tension of bending back on one's own artistic practice will be experimented in 6 different Rapp Labs. The Orpheus Institute focuses on increasing reflection through externally determined tools such as content that can be understood as central stimuli. The NMO focuses on developing critical reflection as a multi-layered model of introspection, unfolding and research. And the Cologne Lab will be about embodied reflection. How do embodied phenomena relate to critical reflection? How do we transform embodied knowledge into language? The lab in Vienna focuses on transculturality. What can we learn from other countries and their way of dealing with self-reflexivity? To what extent does the transcultural perspective enables our students to broaden their perspectives for doing things? The Conservatoire in Tallinn deals with autoethnography. What account bring autoethnographic methods to the self-reflective methods of artistic research? And the Conservatoire in Rome, Santa Cecilia, will focus on improvisation. What potential does improvisation offer in the sense of an attitude that can be adapted for any musical interpretation? How does this promote self-learning? The team of Rapp Lab proposes a structural rethinking of teaching and learning at higher music education institutions through the establishment of new prototypes of experimental teaching and learning formats that take into account the close relationship between critical reflection, artistic research, and future cultural roles and structures.